79 degrees here in Rutherford. It's time now for the afternoon obituaries brought to you by Harrelson Funeral Home and Cremation Services.
Compassion, commitment, and professionalism. These are the qualities family members need at a time of sorrow. That's why families in Rutherford County turn to Harrelson Funeral Home. The professional staff at Harrelson Funeral Home in Forest City understands your sadness, your loneliness, and your need for guidance. You'll know when you turn to Harrelson Funeral Home that your deepest concerns will be felt. You need someone to listen and guide you through the process of planning a funeral. That's why you need Harrelson Funeral Home. To make it easier on you at that difficult time, plan early for services you'll want for your loved ones. Call Harrelson Funeral Home today. That phone number is 657-6383. See why Harrelson Funeral Home is the choice for you. 1251 Highway 221A, Forest City.
Grover Green, age 74, of Mooresboro, passed away Friday, August the 26th at Atrium Health Cleveland in Shelby. The funeral arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services. That's for Grover Green, age 74. Ruby Jean Hathcox Hodge Ingold, age 86, of Rutherford, passed away Thursday, August 25th at Accordius Health, Rutherford. Funeral arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services. That's for Ruby Jean Hathcox Hodge Ingold, age 86. Ed Biddix Jr. passed away Sunday, August 14th at the age of 88. And Reva Mae Biddix Mink passed away August 15th at the age of 91. Services for this couple are incomplete. They will be announced by Crow's Mortuary and Crematory Services. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services are in charge of the arrangements for Ed and Reva Biddix. Anthony Farrell Edwards passed away August 23rd at the age of 56. McMahon's Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements, which will be announced at a later date, for Anthony Farrell Edwards, age 56. Joe Dean Lowery, age 75, of Forest City, passed away Wednesday, August 24th at his residence. Joe was born in Rutherford County, served honorably in the U.S. Army and the National Guard for 16 years, worked for PPG for over 20 years, and was of the Baptist faith. Served as chief of the Rutherford County Traffic Control since 1988. Left to cherish memories are his wife of 38 years, Joyce Lowery, daughter Kathy Green of Ellenboro, sons Mark Lowery and Paul Lowery of Forest City, stepdaughters Tammy McMahon of Ellenboro, Kim Lee of Forest City, and brother Ray Lowery of Lattimore, as well as grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and a number of nieces and nephews. Funeral service will be conducted at 1 p.m. Saturday, August 27th at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Burial will follow in Spindale Cemetery, with military honors being accorded by the Rutherford County Honor Guard, and the family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the funeral home. Again, this is for Joe Dean Lowery, age 75. Jack Holt Husky, age 69, of Cliffside, passed away Friday, August 19th at Hospice of the Carolina Foothills in Forest City. Jack was a graduate of Western Carolina University and Isothermal Community College, where he became a licensed LPN. He was the first certified EMT in Rutherford County. Jack was a past president of the board of directors for the Piedmont Rescue Association and a past master of the Cliffside Masonic Lodge No. 460 and a member of the Valley of Charlotte Scottish Rite, 33rd degree. He was of the Baptist faith and a member of Cliffside Baptist Church. He is survived by a niece, Satin Husky of South Carolina, several cousins, and Masonic brothers. The visitation will be from 1 until 2:30 Saturday, August 27th at Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside. The rescue prayer and Masonic rites will be given at 2:30 following the visitation in the A.C. McKinney Memorial Chapel at Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside, and burial will be at Cleveland Memorial Park in Boiling Springs. Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside is in charge of the arrangements for Jack Holt Husky, age 69. Don Tony, age 82, of Rutherfordton, passed away Sunday, August 21st. Don was a faithful member of Crestview Baptist Church, where he served as a deacon and was active on the missions committee. He was active with the Foothills Choir and the Sounds of Singing men's group. Don owned Tony's gun shop for 34 years. Survived by his wife Sarah Coon Tony and son Bruce Tony, and wife Bonnie of Rutherfordton, daughter Sandra Sexton and husband Danny of Rutherfordton, stepchildren Stephen, Victor, and Marisa, sister-in-law Reba Tony, and numerous grandchildren and great-grandchildren. The funeral will be conducted at 2 p.m. Sunday at Crestview Baptist Church. Burial will follow at the First Broad Baptist Church Cemetery with Masonic rites at the grave. Visitation will be from 5 until 9 p.m. Saturday at Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home. Memorials can be made to Kentucky Missions via Crestview Baptist Church. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service is in charge of the arrangements for Don Tony, age 82. Carl Elms, age 64, of Union Mills, passed away Monday, August 22nd. He is survived by his son Brian Elms of Trinity, Alabama, daughter Jenny Strassener of Alabama, brothers Robbie Elms of Kemah, Texas, and Tony Elms of Decatur, Alabama. The funeral will be conducted at 11 a.m. Saturday, September 3rd at Cane Creek Baptist Church, and burial will follow in the church cemetery. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service is in charge of the arrangements for Carl Elms, age 64. Albert G. Waldrop, age 75, of Rutherfordton, passed away Saturday, August the 13th at the Upstate Community Hospice House in Spartanburg. Albert was born in Spartanburg County, served our country in the United States Air Force, and was a veteran of the Vietnam War. Albert worked for Dow Corning Chemical Company as an engineer for many years before retirement. Left to cherished memories are his daughters, Kathy Greer of Inman, South Carolina, Sheila Hughes of Gaffney, South Carolina, and Tina Rigby of Ellenboro. Sister Darlene Hill of Boiling Springs, South Carolina, as well as grandchildren and great-grandchildren. A service to celebrate Albert's life will be announced. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services are in charge of the arrangements for Albert G. Waldrop, age 75. Margaret Ann Black Cricket Rollins, age 90, of Cliffside, passed away Wednesday, August 17th at her home. Cricket was born in Cliffside, was a retired bank teller working for the Cliffside Bank, which later became First Citizens Bank. She is survived by a daughter, Cindy Rollins Husky, and David, granddaughters, a great-grandson, great-granddaughters, and great-great-granddaughters. The family will receive friends from 2 until 4 o'clock Saturday, September 10th at Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside. Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside is in charge of these arrangements for Margaret Ann Black Cricket Rollins, age 90. This has been your afternoon obituaries, brought to you by Harrelson Funeral Home and Cremation Services. You can hear these as well as others that come in throughout the remainder of the evening as part of each weekday morning report with Jim Bishop at 7:05, 11:35, and this same time each weekday afternoon. Coming up next, we have the Sheriff's Report, and then we have the Call-Around Show, and after that, we have Trading Time. So stick around for that. time now for the Sheriff's Report. Now, the Sheriff's Report was recorded earlier this morning for playback at this time. Here with our Sheriff's Report is Lieutenant Lowery. Actually, I am looking, and it appears we had some technical difficulty with our equipment this morning, so we don't have a sheriff's report at this time. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the call around. Be right back in just a second.
Circle B is the place to be in Rutherford County. Enjoy delicious smoked cooked barbecue plates or sandwiches, plus all the sides that you love with barbecue. All food is prepared fresh daily. Circle B is a family-owned business, so eat local and support local businesses. They also offer catering. Any event you have coming up, call on Circle B Barbecue, 828-395-2140. Hours are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, 11 till 9, and Sundays, 11 till 3. So if you just passed them, circle back to Circle B, 135 West Main Street in Spindale. Did you know that approximately 34% of women worldwide are affected by urinary incontinence? But there is good news. You don't have to suffer anymore. Brock Family Care in Forest City is excited to introduce a breakthrough treatment for urinary incontinence called BTL Emsella. All you have to do is sit on the Emsella chair for 30 minutes fully clothed, 2 times a week for 3 weeks, and your quality of life will significantly improve. Sound interesting? Then call 828-382-7282 to learn more about this amazing treatment, or visit our website at www.brockfamilycare.com.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Andrew Tisdale, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we focus what's important to you. We create a personalized strategy backed by our advice, our tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we partner together to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me at any time at 828-287-9197. We'll sit down, talk, and we're going to make a strategy that's right for you.
It's time now to check in with 911 Communications, and we have Amber on the phone. Amber, what's going on at Communications today?
In the past 24 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 416 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 63 calls for EMS. For law enforcement, there were 166 calls for the Sheriff's Office, 85 for Forest City, 5 for Lake Lure, 34 for Rutherfordton, and 35 for Spindale. And for fire calls, Chimney Rock responded to a residential fire alarm. Hudley responded to a structure fire with Union Mills, Rutherfordton, and Spindale assisting. Sandy Mush responded to a smoke report, and STA responded to a power line fire. And that is all we have.
Thank you, Amber. You have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
Time now to check in with Spindale Police Fire and Rescue. Not sure why I did the 911 first. Kind of did it backwards today. Well, Ruby was busy, so that kind of threw me off. So I kind of went at it a different way. But at any rate, got Benny on the phone here. Benny, what's going on in the town of Spindale?
Well, we went out today and cleaned up some graffiti that was placed on the rail trail back behind Carolina Cafe in that area. And about, I think it was 4 o'clock, somewhere around there this morning, we assisted Hudlow with a fire outside of a residence. It was an outbuilding on Rob Long Road. So that was the second morning in a row that we had to go over there and assist them with fires. So everybody's been just give out from that. Takes a lot when you roll out of bed and go fight a fire. It drains you.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all, brother. I'm just glad we got people like you that do it, because I'm just way too lazy and it probably wouldn't get done.
So you would find a way. You would find a way.
I might. I don't know.
But yeah, we've got so much great support from the community. I mean, we don't have to worry about getting hydrated most of the time because somebody drops something off, or we get a grant, receive something, or just whatever. But I mean, it takes a lot to make it happen, and we appreciate everybody that does.
Okay, well, you have a good weekend if that's all you got, and we will call you guys Monday.
That's all I got. Thank you.
Okay, brother, thank you.
Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continue to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
Smith's Drugs of Forest City is offering the flu vaccines. You can walk in Monday through Friday or by appointment only on Saturdays. The Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers, if you need assistance registering your recall devices, you can call the Home Medical Department at 245-4591. And Smith's Drugs has a large selection of in-stock mastectomy bras, now half price. So come by our Home Equipment Department on West Main Street in Forest City. Smith's Drugs, 245-4591.
All righty, time now to check in for the last time over at at least with Bob, the last time over at Mount Vernon. Now, this fella lives on top of Mount Vernon. He's built him a little nest up there. Him and his wife, Imogene, they live in that little nest. He can see everything all over town. That's why we call him. Been calling him for 51 years. And he's been giving us the report on what's going on in Mount Vernon. This will be his last report today. And Bob, did you know who was president when you done your very first report? See if you can figure that out.
Oh Lord, I can't think back that far.
It was Richard Nixon was president. Old Nixon.
Richard Nixon.
When you done your
70.
Yep, he sure was. That's back when you done your very first report.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while. You've been up in that nest up there. You know that there are people all over the place that think either one of two things, Bob. They either think me and you have lost our mind, or they think there's a man living in a nest in Mount Vernon.
Well, they'll just have to come up and look, won't they?
I reckon they will.
Oh.
Well, what have you got to report on your very last report for us, Bob?
Well, I tell you, it's getting a little sprinkle of rain up here on my nest today there, so. But we need it. Getting a little dry here, so let's cool things off a little bit. And with our fire department, we answered one structure fire call. And I want to say happy anniversary to Patty and her and Lucky do there. And that's about it there. And you take care now, and you just carry on. And I hope you get to come to my dinner next Friday there.
Well, I'm sure going to try my absolute best, Bob. I can guarantee that. Look, just give you one more thing to think about, Bob. When you done your first report, I was still 5 years from even being in the world. If that makes you, if that don't make you feel old, I'm telling you.
Oh, now don't be telling me that now.
Lordy,
I feel old enough the way it is there.
Well, you and Imogene keep listening, and I'll keep checking in with you on Facebook, and hopefully I'll see you next Friday. Okay, buddy?
Okay, then.
Talk to you later, bud. All right. There was Bob signing off for the last time. 51 years. My gracious goodness. Okay, well, I'll tell you who's not signing off, and that's Luther Gillikin. At least as far as I know. We're going to be checking in with him in just a second.
Termites and outdoor critters are showing up, plus moisture issues and crawl space care is needed. Sealed crawl spaces can help stop damp, musty smells from getting into your home. And odor can also indicate there's an environment that can allow mold or wood decay fungi to be in your home. Get your home under control with the professional services from Go Forth Termite and Pest Control. They're located at 667 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call them at 828-287-3188. Big or small, Go Forth Termite and Pest Control can handle it all.
Checking in now, and last but not least, most definitely, our thriving metropolis known as Ellenboro. And on the phone, we got the sweet thing, Luther Gillikin. Luther, we just did Bob's last report after 51 years. Now, I know you've not been doing it quite as long. Who did you inherit it from? Who did it before you?
Tom Tisdale.
Tom Tisdale. There you go. So when did you start doing it?
2000.
2000. So, all right. So you've been doing it now 22 years then. So you're getting a few on you too.
Yes, when Tom died.
Oh, okay.
I guess Ruby be the oldest now.
Yeah, I think Ruby will be the longest, I believe. I was working at a different station back when you first started at another station. But so I never got to. I don't think I ever heard Tom Tisdale do it. It's always been Luther, as far as I can remember. But any rate.
Well, if you heard, you know who the prettiest man in Ellenboro was.
Oh man, I'm telling you what. There's so many stories about you. And now, did you start off being the sweet thing with when Tom was working here? Is that how that whole sweet thing started? Is he the first one that called you that?
No, I don't know how that come out. I just started using that, and it picked up 13 states, Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico.
Okay, all right then. Well, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. You got anything to report in Ellenboro today?
Not much going on there. It's been a quiet day. Had one medical call. Other than that, been nothing going on there. Everything been quiet and peaceful. Just having a good time. Missing that day is the 26th of August, and we want to wish happy birthday to Don Marr. He's having one today. Hope he has had a good day. Day's about over now. I hope Don had a good birthday. And nothing else going on down here, Todd. You have a great day up there. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you Monday.
I'll tell you what, Luther, I'll let it slide that you called me Todd. That's okay.
I did?
Yeah, you did call me Todd. We look the same. Todd and I, if you ever see us next to each other, Todd and I are identical. We look exactly the same, so I can understand.
No, you don't. It's a lot of difference.
Yeah, well, you know.
Let me tell you that now.
I'll tell you what. Well, you have a good weekend, and I'll call you Monday, buddy, okay?
You take care.
All right, talk to you later. All right, we'll be right back.